All right. This was confusing to me for a while, and it's finally cleared up. And I wanted to break it down for you too, in case you have the same confusion that I did. So it's just really, really clear. So you've often heard me say that they went after Senator Ted Stevens, and after they illegally prosecuted him and convicted him using cheating, withholding exculpatory evidence, using known perjured testimony, letting a pedophile off the hook. It's like, that made the Senate vote. I often say that paved the way for Obamacare. And if you went back and look at the Obamacare vote, it passed 60 votes to 39. And the 60th vote was this Democrat in Alaska that took Ted Stevens' place, Mark Begich. And you say, well, what's so special about the 60th vote? They could have passed it with 59. No. When you get to 60, you become filibuster proof. I want to play you a video right now of, I think it's Mitch McConnell talking about this, and then I want to show you the breakdown and how important having that 60th vote is. And listen, there's no doubt that Senator Ted Stevens would have won had Brenda Morris and Joseph Bottini not did what they did. And what they did is horrific. There's books written about how evil those guys are. Okay, and it's just so clear for anybody who takes the time to read the books.
I think we can stipulate, and our good friends on the other side of the aisle stipulated from time to time over the years when they were in the minority, in the United States Senate it takes 60 votes on controversial matters. What is more controversial than the war in Iraq? Of course it's going to take 60 votes. No one in the galleries, and certainly no one in this town, and even casual observers of the United States Senate across the country would be surprised that on a controversial matter of this consequence, it would require 60 votes.
But let me read to you page 206, or I'm sorry, I'll start on page 205 of Rob Carey's book. He says, when Ted Stevens was defeated because of an illegal verdict, let me read that again. When Ted Stevens was defeated because of an illegal verdict, the balance of power in the Senate shifted. The loss of his seat gave the Democrats a 1-vote margin, a 60-vote majority that could pass any piece of legislation without it being blocked by a Republican filibuster. Having achieved a filibuster-proof majority, the Democratic Senate passed the Obama Health Care Reform Legislation Act on a straight party line vote. Then Rob Carey goes on to write, and I think he's soft-pedaling here because I hate Obamacare, and I don't mind letting anybody know that I hate Obamacare, but here's what this attorney Rob Carey wrote in his book. He said, the illegal prosecution of Senator Ted Stevens enabled the passage of the most controversial legislation of the Obama administration. I take no stand, this is Rob Carey writing, I take no stand on whether the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare, was good legislation or bad legislation. I do know that the legislation was controversial and that many Americans have strong feelings about it. And I know that a piece of legislation so controversial should not have been affected by an indictment that never should have been brought, much less a trial in which prosecutors cheated over and over again. Do you understand why I get excited? Do you understand how evil Karen Loeffler is? Do you understand how evil Joseph Bottini is? Do you understand how evil Brenda Morris is, and Yvonne Lamourie and Rick Sutherland? These people, they have taken the law into their own hands, and they are acting like the henchmen for Obama, and they are going after good people that's left in America so they can pass their evil legislation and bring the rest of us into tyranny. Do you understand? Have you got it? Can you figure it out? I'm sorry I'm getting a little excited, man. It's just when I think about how evil these bastards are, and people need to know about it, and when they took out the longest running United States Republican senator in United States history, they paved the way for the 60th vote. Mark Begich took over, gave him the 60th vote. All of a sudden we get Obamacare, and the people that did it don't even lose their job. They get promoted. Do you not understand how evil and wicked our system is? My. And you guys want to validate Obama? You guys want to say that what he did, that he's got a legitimate birth certificate when he appointed Karen Loeffler, that's okay? It's not okay that he appointed Karen Loeffler. It's not okay that he appointed Eric Holder. It's not okay that he appointed Loretta Lynch. It's not okay that he purged the military of anybody with any sort of, ethical standards. You guys want to validate and legitimize that son of Satan? I hate him with a perfect hatred.